friends, welcome back to my channel. It is time for us to do a good old-fashioned haul. This is from like probably a good 6 weeks or so that I've been sort of buying things along the way. I also have been kind of on a shopping kick lately, so I feel like you're gonna see another one of these relatively soon. I'm able to always push off buying stuff for the first 3 months of the new year, but then once we hit the tail end midpoint of March, I kind of had this bug where I just want to get things and clean things out, and I don't know, it's very strange, but I have a random collection of things, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first things I picked up were from a brand called Kiko. I have heard, in watching people's collection videos of their makeup, I've heard people talk about it, but I've not really heard a lot of videos dedicated to Kiko, and I don't know where I saw it, but there was this commercial. They were celebrating, I think they're celebrating their 20th anniversary, and their packaging was really, really pretty, and it made me just very intrigued. I was just like, oh, I wonder what that makeup brand is like, but I don't really need to buy anything and whatever. And then I came across a coupon, and they have free shipping on orders of 25 or more, which I think is super reasonable. So I went ahead and placed a purchase. The first thing I got there was one of the items from their 20th anniversary, which was the Kiko Super Duper Less is Better eyeshadow palette. This is the packaging. I just think it's really, really cool, and I like these pastel colors. I know I said I didn't want to purchase a eyeshadow palette this year at all, and I'm kind of upset with myself that I caved, but these shadows are really tiny, and it has a really beautiful mirror with it as well. They're basically, I believe, they're 1 gram each, so I feel like this would be a really good palette, and it won't be cumbersome for me to go through. Like I said, if I could purchase all makeup items in a miniature size, I think I'd be much happier because I would probably get a lot of more use out of them. But this to me just seemed like a really nice, natural, classic kind of palette. It has 3 different types of shadows. You have mattes, shimmers, and you have satins, which I like how they kind of put it in that really easy formula. You could also use it, in this way as well, or go across the line. So I just really enjoy it. They don't swatch super well. When I swatched them, I was kind of like, not the most impactful shadows, so I need to want to really play with them on my eyes, make this my weekend palette soon, and see if it's performing any better. Otherwise, I will be bummed about it. But it was, I want to say, $12 after my coupon, so it's not terrible. Also, to help me get to the $25 free shipping mark, I was kind of exploring their website, and I really didn't want to get a lot of makeup items just because I don't need to amass more makeup as I'm trying to use it up. But I came across these 2 nail care items. I came across the Strong Nails Instant Hardening Base Coat, which I've been looking for a good base coat to also harden. And then I also got the Gel Look Glossy Effect Top Coat. This is what it looks like here. I've been really trying to find a good top coat. I get so annoyed. I recently was done with artificial nails. I didn't want to wear any more impressed nails, and I've been growing out my natural nails, but I get really miffed when I paint them, and then an hour or a day later they start to chip, and I attest that to the top coat. So I'm hoping that using these, which had really good reviews on their website, that they'll actually be effective for me. And the last thing I picked up, just out of curiosity, were these intensive hand gloves, the hydrating and smoothing gloves for hands and nails from Kiko. Now, these were $7, which is $1 more than the Sephora ones, and I was not happy about that. In fact, I have been looking on a lot of different companies' websites like Ulta and just other random brands, and I've actually been finding that the Sephora ones, though I thought were expensive, are actually on the cheaper side compared to everybody else. The ones on Ulta's website are from random brands, but they're all $9 and above, which is crazy. I'm not gonna spend $10 on a one-time use item. It just doesn't mathematically work out. But I was just very curious to try different brands, so I went ahead and grabbed these. Also, stocked up on my favorite hand gloves from Sephora, I grabbed the avocado hand mask and the aloe vera. These 2 I find are the best for my dry hands. They have an argan oil one, which is okay. It's more for anti-aging, as they call it, but I just prefer how nourishing these are, so I'm happy to have them. I've gotten Ben into them as well, so Ben likes to do them with me too. It's a costly habit, but it works, and it really does help my hands. I've talked to you guys enough about them, so I won't keep ranting on, but they are my favorite winter discovery from Sephora, I'd have to say, this past year. All right, next up was the Body Shop. This is very straight and simple. They were doing a buy 3, get 3 free deal, which is when I kind of stock up on stuff from Body Shop, and I wanted to get their ginger shampoo. I got 5 of these, which is excessive, but I feel like if I just make a purchase one time, probably I'd say every year and a half, it doesn't really bother me that much. These were $8 each, and so I got 3 of them for free. So it was like I got them for $4 each, which is very comparable to drugstore. And then I didn't want to get 6. I don't know, for some reason 5 felt like a sufficient amount, but 6 felt like too many. So I grabbed this Body Shop Sasuma Shower Gel. I freaking love this scent. It's so good. It's gonna be such a good, it's like a good winter scent. It could be a good spring scent. I feel like it's one of those scents that can be, for me, really universal, so I can kind of use it whenever. And I go through shower gels from the Body Shop really quickly. I don't know why, so I didn't feel super guilty about buying another body wash. That's the one area of my collection where I feel like I go through it pretty effectively and efficiently, so I don't mind picking one up here or there. I just can't buy anything during some annual sale. We know this. Next thing I grabbed was a Birchbox kit. I have been still making purchases from the Birchbox website. They, from time to time, have been doing like promotions where it's like 40% off, or they like load for 48 hours onto my account, Birchbox points, and so I make those purchases at that point in time, and I was intrigued by this Birchbox Laura Geller Radiant Essentials kit. Looks like this. It came with a bunch of their like cult classics that I was really intrigued to buy, but didn't ever want to purchase like the full size of. So it comes with this informational card on here, and it came with 4 different products. It came with their Gilded Honey Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator, which I've heard about for forever, and it just looks gorgeous. And like just, I mean, hello. Looks very pretty. I think it could be also an eyeshadow for me. I've also wanted to try the Spackle Treatment Even Tone Makeup Primer, and I felt, again, less guilty about masking another primer because it's in this little sample size. Plus, they had this really pretty Baked Blush and Brighten in Pink Grapefruit. Again, I feel like I've seen this blush a lot when people talk about Laura Geller, and I think it's just a really pretty shade for me in my particular complexion. And then lastly, it came with the Laura Geller Color Luster Lip Gloss, which this shade reminds me a lot of the Model Co. one that I just finished using up in a recent Project Pan. So I was really pleased with this. Again, I like that they're all mini sizes. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, I feel like I'll get a lot more use out of smaller sized things and feel less terrible about purchasing them. And I think the kit was like, after my discount and with my Birchbox points that I'd already had amassed, it was like maybe $10. And ordinarily, I think it was $20. And I think even $20 for those items is really effective because you're gonna never get through a full-size blush or a full-size highlighter, in my opinion. So I was happy to have smaller versions of it. The last place I made a purchase from was from Fortune Cookie Soap. I have been really, really craving to make a purchase from them. And when their Beauty and the Beast collection came out, I missed the original like collection launch time. And then they always guarantee one restock. So when the restock came around, I was like, all right, I'm determined to purchase some things. And when I was exploring the collection, they had a lot of really different things that I decided to pick up and feel less terrible about. The first thing was wax melts. Now, they included a candle in their box, which I've showed you guys, and it was kind of useless because it was dinky, but I figured I could really probably get better use out of wax melts anyway. So they have these little 4-pack cubes, and I don't remember offhand how much these were. I'll include it in the description bar in the box down below if you want to check it out. But the first one I grabbed was There's Something Sweet. I am really hoping that these have a good scent throw on them and that they, you know, last a relatively long time because they were more expensive than Sensational ones. I want to say they were no more than $5, but no less than $3, somewhere in there. This is just good. It's like a sweet florally scent, so I'm very happy to have this. Then there was also Magic Mirror, which I picked up. Again, a 4-pack with like this dark sort of silvery purple wax. This is like a citrusy bubblegum scent, so I'm very excited about that. Then I got Enchanted Rose, obviously, and there are pieces of rose in here. This packaging is a little bit hard to open, but you can see the actual rose inside here. And this smells like authentic fresh cut roses. It's a really gorgeous scent. And then I also got Tame the Beast because it was one of my favorite scents in the collection, but I didn't want to detangle her. This is like a spicy sort of like vanilla scent. I'm a big fan of it. I also grabbed these Enchanted Rose Petty Bombs. Let me open them so you can see what they look like. They basically are like these one-time use you put into like a bucket of water, or I personally just use my sink and dip my feet in there. I got a sample of this in a box, I want to say in the summer when it was their Finding Nemo collection, and I really liked it but didn't actually place an order for it. I find that these are very moisturizing, and it's like a pedicure almost without any of the other toe aspects to it, just a place to soak your feet. There are 6 in this little bag here, so I'm very pleased to have this, and I will definitely get use out of those. I also grabbed some Petty Bombs in the scent Tame the Beast because I really do like that scent. Again, you have 6 in here. I then grabbed a bar of soap. I know I've been trying to go through my Fortune Cookie soaps that they put in there, but this one was just absolutely, it's just gorgeous. I think it's a really pretty, like, healthy sized bar of soap, and it's in the Enchanted Rose scent. And I just really love this. I just like the rose scent. I've been on a rose kick lately, so I was happy to grab that. And the last thing I got in the same Enchanted Rose scent was the Solid Sugar Scrub. They actually have this in shrink wrap, which I appreciate. I never used a solid like sugar scrub before. I've only ever used like tubs or bottles. So I was definitely intrigued by this. I definitely need to find a pair, like some Tupperware to put this in though, because I don't have faith that it won't dissolve while I'm not using it in the shower. But I am pleased to try this out. So like I said, I'm glad I finally made a purchase because I've been really itching to do so, but I picked up some items that I don't really have a lot of in my hoarding closet, things that I can definitely get use out of. And if these wax cubes are a good and effective and good scent throw and I like them, I'll probably make it a point every collection with my favorite scents to get the wax cubes. That way I can use my $10 code and not necessarily be amassing things I won't get effective use out of. So all the things I've been purchasing, you guys have officially seen them. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have another one of these shortly because I've been purchasing a lot of stuff lately. I don't know what's gotten into me. I gotta stop doing that. But if you've tried any of these things, let me know in the comments below, or if you've been kind of scratching to purchase something, let me know what you're dying to try, and I'll talk to you guys in another video real soon. Bye.